Last time on the Incorrigible party. Reluctantly, Lehan reveals his ties to a man named Leopold Trews and the Trinity, a relationship that dates back more than 6 decades. All while research into the mineralis flower is begun, bringing Opal another step closer to developing some kind of substitute to help Rumpke and Happy with their stupor withdrawals. And in the meantime, the party decides to conduct some surveillance on the known Trinity drughouse under the cover of darkness. Well, we have a tiny bit of housekeeping before we get into this surveillance op. Now, we kind of lost a little bit track of the time. It is currently Friday, April 27th, about midnight. So the day has just turned to the 27th. But that does mean that Kylea, Hellcrook, and Opal have been, doing stuff and working at Lehan's and researching the mineralis flower. You all haven't had a long rest in over 24 hours. So I'll have the 3 of you make me a Constitution saving throw, please. Only a DC 10 to avoid gaining a level of exhaustion.
Missed it by that much. An 8.
Hellcrook got a 5.
What happens if it's a 10?
10 meets beats. Okay. All right, Kylea and Hellcrook, you both suffer 1 level of exhaustion. Now, just a quick reminder on how that works. If you go another day, essentially the DC just gets harder, more and more difficult. So, maybe get a good night's rest one of these upcoming days.
I know something that'll pick you up.
No problem.
No, thank you, Rumpke.
Now, the other thing is, when you all went to prison, you were in Storm's End long enough and far enough away from all of your attuned items where you would have lost those attunements. Since getting back and getting, Seychelles' bottle back and getting all your items back, you would have had like a day and a half, almost 2 days there where you as your characters would have known that you would have need to reattune to these things, which also would include attuning for the first time to the additional incentives, the signing bonus that Zalmo gave you, the myriad of magical items. I know we've all divvied those up now off mic here, so you all have them in your respective inventories. Not necessarily something we have to go over right now. When they come up, they'll come up, aside from the Blood Pact pendants. Now, I believe the pair of these pendants, one has gone to Rumpke and one has gone to Hellcrook, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
All right, so the 2 of you need to agree upon a number of hit points to sacrifice to this pendant.
44.
I think 4.
He said
44.
44.
Well, I got 45.
But this resets our new max, so I don't want to give too many. We don't need a lot. Basically, it's just going to keep us going, right? It's a last ditch type of thing.
I'd say somewhere between 1 and 4.
4.
Okay.
So each of you can reduce your maximum hit point total by 4 while this pact remains. Now that's going to mean that, yes, as you mentioned, John, if one of you were to die, the other one's going to get knocked unconscious, but the dead character is actually immediately revived with 2d10 plus 8 hit points now, based on how much you are sacrificing. So as it takes like a quick 1 minute ritual, as each of you kind of kneel down in front of each other, exchanging these pendants. The back of the pendants kind of like twist, and a small little needle kind of protrudes, and as you put it into your palm, pricking yourselves, it draws the blood into the normally completely clear gem that's adorned into the front of these metallic pendants. Blood now kind of filters into it as you swap pendants and mix your blood within the pendant. The liquid now inside starts to swirl and pulse as you each put it around your neck and wear them. Now it's like the swirls of these pendants pulsing to your own heartbeat. You have now formed this blood pact with each other.
Are they each shaped like half of a heart?
They are now.
One says best and one says friend.
No, one says top, the other says bottom.
I get top.
You have waited for the cover of darkness, let a number of those dark hours kind of filter into, the beginnings of the early morning as the clock has turned midnight here. And you've already agreed upon letting Happy lead you to, use his knowledge to avoid the guard patrols within the Corollars exhibition. As he leads you, he's purposely kind of maintaining a wide berth with the Bloody Ball Tavern. As you allow him to take you through the Corollars. And it only takes 15 minutes to get to the drug house, maybe 20 due to your kind of longer route that Happy has taken. Even keeping your distance, though, from the Bloody Ball, you occasionally can hear like the hoots and hollerings kind of filtering out of the tavern and kind of echoing down the streets, right, as its clientele kind of spills out into the street and filtering back in and back out. And for those that are seeing this place for the first time, the drug house is a simple 2-story building, much like the surrounding buildings. And they're all kind of very like nondescript, or they look like they're made of wood. The neighboring windows around kind of down this street look like they're darkened. It doesn't seem like there are any signs of anybody being awake, any of the neighbors kind of being awake as far as you can tell. There's clearly a light source within the drug house. It's got curtains over all of its windows, appear to be pulled tightly shut, just like a barely visible crack of light kind of shining through the slit of the overlap of the fabric of these curtains. So do you all want to... Well, Happy will take you to Rumpke. You'll all immediately recognize kind of the same spot that, a few houses down the street, kind of at the perch of a corner, basically, where you had stayed with Happy watching Pickled Perry go to the drug house to get doses of stupor for the two of you. That's where he's going to lead you initially. You can, all 5 of you, try to stay in this spot. You can definitely kind of see, the houses stretch further down this road. Even in the dark, you can kind of see the periphery, like shining of like dim light of lights from up on the plateau as the cliffs run kind of slopes up now behind this house, right? So you can kind of just make out some of these switchbacks before it gains higher and higher in elevation and into darkness between the lights up on the plateau and some of the street lights down here. So there's definitely other positions that you can immediately see and recognize that you could maybe post up on either side of this house if you wanted to avoid congregating in this larger group.
I picture all 5 of us just standing outside the house staring at it, right in the middle of the street.
I think a good idea, sort of spread out a little bit, and then have like if somebody sees something, we have a call or something that we alert everybody else to. So what's a good call sign for the middle of the night in a city?
Caw-caw!
Woohoo! Party!
There you go. I like party.
I mean, we do have sending stones.
Oh, that works
do have
too.
some
That's a lot
excellent
quieter.
Wow, that'd be a lot. Just yell, party!
No point in
And they're
using assets.
Yes, you're right, Emily. I will throw you my sending stone when I see something.
Here, catch!
Don't worry.
We gotta
I've
turn
got
the
good
ringer off. Like, make sure we don't have any bamps. Like,
Yeah,
turn
make
the
sure it's
ringer
on do
off.
not disturb.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we want to split up? How are we splitting up then?
I think we each pick, go a couple buildings apart and sort of surround the drug house, at least in a way where we can see people coming from every direction.
We gotta cover every exit and entrance,
Divide and conquer.
There's 2 that we know of, right? There's a front door and a back door.
That's right. So does that mean you want to have 5 points, the 5 of you stationed different points of a star around this house?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, Happy, and yeah. Who's going up to the building to sort of sneaky and look in?
If we needed to sneak, I think the plan was that I turned Kylie invisible.
Yeah, that was the plan.
And it's only to sneak at that point, because, she'd be screwed if found out down there.
Well, she's not going to be found out.
The wall is behind the place, the cliff edge. So we put one person at the north, one person at the south, 2 off to the west side, sort of split up, and Kylea goes in invisible.
So the front door faces west. The back of the building, like you said, John, faces the cliffs run, which is east. So the people basically, while north and south kind of have a view of both sides of this house.
I'll take Happy with me reluctantly, because I think I can handle him.
Aren't you Happy's brother?
We're not blood brothers. I don't have a heart for Happy.
Okay, so Happy Rumpke, north of the house. Whoever is to the west will have only be able to see the front door. So who's posted up that way?
I'll go west.
And south, we'll be able to see both doors.
Opal.
Okay, that leaves Kylea to the east. So Kylea, you kind of have the cliffs run kind of at your back almost. Happy, Rumpke, Kylea, and Opal being able to see both doors. The back door specifically in this case, you actually see that there doesn't look like there is a back door like the front door, but what you do see is clearly a type of cellar door. So there's a door basically, along the ground that clearly leads into like a underground basement to the bottom of this house, presumably. So there isn't like a real a back door that you could walk out onto, like a back porch or anything like that. But that's what you see there. Why doesn't everybody kind of give me their best stealth here, as I assume you're attempting to obscure yourselves in some fashion.
18 for Hellcrook.
19 for Opal.
With my -3, I got a 2.
Oh, I have exhaustion, don't I?
Right, so you have a -1 to your d20 roll, so that's only a 17 then for Hellcrook. Still not bad.
So I'm starting the night strong. I rolled a 1
Very
with
good.
my
Sarah.
+9 gives me a
no.
9. That's a 9.
What about Happy?
Happy got a 14, actually. Happy got a 14. Well, Kylea, you actually probably are in the best position to be the least stealthy where you are, as you would see the least amount of foot traffic of other people living in the corridors here. You're posted up now. The first hour kind of goes by, and you hear Happy, Rumpke, and Opal. You hear this visitor to the drug house coming before you see them. Hellcrook, from your position, though, spies them first, but you hear this faint slap, 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 slap of bare feet against cobblestone before Jimmy No Shoes strolls down the street. Hellcrook, you're seeing first. He's carrying 2 metal lanterns. They look like a type of lunar lamp, kind of mounted on a rod or a handle that appears to be extendable. Hellcrook, you immediately recognize these as something you and Kylea Seychadal used in Storm's End while you were gathering the Mineralis flowers. This is like an identical copy of the lantern that you had found and used to keep yourself protected from the butter sturges while you were harvesting your specimens. He continues right up to the house, right up to the front door. Kind of hear, he knocks, and everybody can give me a perception check as the front door opens. And again, those that can see the front see that Chip has answered.
It's my turn to roll a 1.
12 for Kylea.
6 for Rumpke.
Yeah, it's 2 for me.
5.
Only Kylea, even not even be able to see really what's going on. Kylea, you're hearing the echoes of the slapping of Jimmy's feet. Can't quite see him, but you also hear, as the door opens, a kind of low growling. Kylea, you can give me a nature check, please.
19 plus 5 minus 1 is
equals a success. So you pick, clearly this is like some type of dog that's making these noises, and you think with your check you hear distinctly like the sounds of 6 different creatures making noises within the house as the door opens. Jimmy, as Chip answers, Jimmy kind of sticks out his hand. You see they shake as if they're meeting for the first time before Chip kind of steps aside and Jimmy enters and closing the door.
Hellcrook, was that Jimmy No Shoes?
Yeah, it looked like him to me.
What the hell?
I don't know what's he doing going here.
I thought he'd still be in jail.
Yeah, so did I.
All right. Opal, did you see Jimmy?
Yeah, I could hear his floppy feet from here.
All I saw was some lights. You had anything else on him?
I don't know. I couldn't see a thing. Someone let him in? That's all I saw.
Hey, you think Kylia can look in the window?
Alright, let me call her. Kylia! Shush! Am I too loud in the speaker, or can you hear me over on the hill?
Well, this is all in wait, the person talking has to whisper, right? But the person receiving is in the head.
Is in the mind, yes.
And I was too loud in your mind. I'm sorry. Okay. I like this.
Be like, oh, sorry. Wait. Rumkey wants to know if you're feeling up to a sneak? I don't know. It's just Jimmy. We know Jimmy. We could just talk to him another time.
There's dogs inside.
Dogs?
Quite a few.
Okay, how many would you guess? I'll relay the info.
Maybe 6.
Okay. Be right back.
Yeah, hold on. I'll check. I'm gonna try. Is there a window in the back?
Yes, I mean, all the windows you see, the curtains are fully drawn on all of them.
Can't see inside.
Okay, hold on. Roki!
Yeah.
Okay, so... Oh my gosh, I've been told... Yeah, my inner voice is very loud. I resonate in your skull. Kylia says that there's no way to look in the curtains, so she couldn't sneak up to the window, and then she thinks there's dogs, 6 dogs in the house.
Dogs?
Yeah, relay the info.
Yeah, I'm talking to Opal. Happy, get off of me. Stand over there.
What's
So
going
why
on,
don't
Mr.
you,
Humpty? I can't hear a damn thing. Hey,
I
can
know,
I get one of those
it's in my
stones?
head. No, just shut up for a second. All right, tell her, see if she can go, maybe open the window up a little bit. Then she can move the curtain around. She's pretty sneaky.
Okay. Kylia, Rumkey thinks you should try to crack a window and move the curtain a little bit. But also, don't feel like you need to take directions from any man, you know?
What about you?
I mean, I'm relaying it.
You're telling her not to take directions.
Or woman. It's fine. Just, how sneaky are you? It's been a while since we've done one of these, sneaky sneaks.
Well, we'll see what we can do and get back to you.
Okay.
Does the window look like it could be jimmied
Me?
with no shoes?
Shoes are always optional. From where what you can see from how far away you are, they just look. The window would slide up and down in its frame. It just looks like there's curtains on the inside. That's all you can tell from your current vantage point.
And I can't tell from where I am if there's a lock.
No, you're not from the distance that you are. I mean, you could presume that there would be some type of latch on a window, like a standard building would often have.
We are going to attempt to get closer.
Absolutely. As you approach, you want to get right up to the building.
Yeah, that was my original thought before I rolled the die. So let's see how
Right.
this goes.
What did you get?
Kylia.
I rolled a 6, plus 9 is 15, minus 1 is 14.
You're acting like you rolled a 2.
Well, a 6 is not good.
But 14's not bad.
It only all the numbers together is what matters.
But there's 6 dogs inside that can hear a lot better than
I think we should put that on our shirt, John. All the numbers together is what matters.
As you approach, so what's Opal and Rumkey? What are your passive perceptions?
11. I
11.
assume I get -3 with that too, right?
No, the passive.
Not on pass.
That seems egregious. It's just 11, but 11 is not high enough to notice Kylia approaching the
I'm
home.
11.
So none of you see Kylia with her 14
sorry.
stealth.
16. I looked at my passive investigation. 16 is what I have.
So Rumpke, you do see Kylia approaching the house. And basically she gets, until the point where she gets right up to the side of it, you can kind of barely see her, right, as with your vantage point on kind of the cellar door. But Kylia, you want to go to like the southeastern corner of the building. That's probably where the closest window would be.
Yeah.
As you approach, you get about 10 feet from this wall, and you can all now hear inside the house a chorus of barking erupts from inside. As the dogs inside do have a passive perception of 15.
Great.
I stop moving and try and be very, very, very quiet and wait a minute to see what happens.
All right, you hear kind of muffled, like hollering barely above the barking. Those with the vantage point on the front sees the front door open, and Chip has come out, and everybody but Kylia kind of sees him begin to start to circle the house, clearly looking for something that has triggered the dogs.
Is there anywhere for me to hide anything that I can like hide behind?
No, not in the back. The only place either trying to get back down the street fast enough, or it doesn't look like the cellar door at your feet has any type of lock on it.
Can I quickly hear, like, put my ear to the cellar door and see if I can hear anything coming from there before he comes around the corner?
Give me a perception with disadvantage because of the barking.
17.
Doesn't sound like anything is coming from like below this door or where it would lead. It's clearly more like the main house, like on your level kind of thing.
I duck inside as quickly and quietly as possible.
All right, give me another stealth then to slink in through open the smallest gap of this creaky door as you can make for you to slip through.
13.
Rumpke, Happy, and Opal. Opal, from the barking now, you kind of see Kylia at the back. So you all kind of see Kylia go into this cellar door as Chip just turns the corner around the rear of the house as he's looking around. The dogs are still going wild with, remember, Kylia's 13 to get into the house, still not passing by the detection of the animals inside. But you walk into completely, not entirely pitch black. There's immediately in front of you, so they're kind of a very short, like 5-foot set of wooden stairs. You kind of descend into the basement of this house, and basically the wooden floor here, clearly like boards laid over, like what would like the dirt floor of like what would be the foundation, right? They're all in very rough condition. Directly ahead of you, it looks like there's another set of stairs that clearly goes up to the second floor. There's no door or anything at the top of these stairs, so light from the floor above you kind of floods down, and you can't quite see anything at the top. Aside, you can just make out like the front door, which is kind of left hanging open as Chip had left. Clearly didn't close it behind him. Other than that, inside, in one corner off to your right, which would be up the like northwestern portion of the house, just a large collection of boxes and wooden crates. Other than that, there's nothing but like wooden kind of debris and just piles of dust down here. Within that dust, there's a myriad of boot prints, and basically you can just see this trail from like the bottom of the stairs leading right to those collection of boxes and back, basically like a well worn into the dust here.
Is there like space under the stairs? Is it just open? Like if somebody was to look through the stairs, they would see whatever's underneath the stairs?
That's correct, yeah.
I will try and quickly move over. Oh, no, I don't want to go. That's where the first place they're going to go, but everywhere else is open. There's nowhere else to hide but these boxes. I'll try and very stealthily go over to the boxes and find a hidey hole. Because stealth has worked so well for me so far.
Yeah, well, you see a number of them are stacked like 6-7 feet high, some shorter stacks. They're fairly large crates. You could wedge yourself in behind one of these largest stacks for sure and attempt to hide.
28.
You are just slipping out from the sight line of this door as you kind of hear the padding of an animal, and you just get the glimpse of a canine-like creature where it would have one standard like German Shepherd type head. It actually has two heads, one of which kind of looks like it's looking towards the open front door. The other one is kind of stretching out as far as, its companion head would let it, sniffing at the top of the stairs. Right as you kind of move past it, out of the sight line, wedge yourself back behind these crates. The rest of you outside have seen Chip do a full circle around the house. He comes back to the front door, back inside the house, closing it behind him. Kylea, from your vantage point, you can hear more muffled, more voices like quieting down the dogs. And it seems now with your new position, they're able to, basically the members inside the house are able to kind of wrangle up these two-headed dogs. They quiet down, and nothing more than voices continuing chatter that you can hear from the basement. Those outside, are you doing anything here as Chip has re-entered the home?
Opal, did she go inside? Did she go down the cellar?
I'm about to ask. Hold on. Kylea.
I am not replying because I do not want to make a noise.
So, how many dogs is there really?
They're two-headed.
I know. We thought there were 6 dogs, but maybe there's only 3.
So 3? Does a head make a dog?
Kylea, if you're okay, sniffle a little.
I call Rumpke back.
She's okay, but she's obviously still hiding somewhere. She couldn't verbally respond.
Okay. Well, if something happens, let us know. We'll try to move in a little closer just to be there. If she needs our help, we can get there faster.
Okay, the dogs are pretty perceptive. Like, be careful. I'm staying back here. I'm not very confident that I could resist scratching the dog.
All right, so Kylea, you're staying put for now?
Yep.
I feel like I'm willing to give her a lot of time. Like, recon takes time. Like, you just gotta sit still and hang tight.
So the rest of you outside, then, is there perhaps something like you want to, like, let's quote unquote ready an action here? If something else happens or you hear more barking perhaps from inside, like, you would act?
I think what I'm going to do is tell Happy. See, Happy and I'll go sort of behind a few of the buildings that are closer, sort of try to sneak up but still stay a building or two away so we can see the cellar door. And then and sort of be prepared, if I hear anything from Opal or see Kylea come out or hear some kind of noise, then we'll run towards the house.
Can I ready spells, right? I can.
Sure. Like, what do you want to ready?
Flaming sphere, like a diversion, if it happens.
That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. So then if something breaks out or something happens, then you guys you'll like allow you as the party to like do what they're preparing to just set off in the event that something happens. Hellcrock, what about you?
I think I would maybe start... would I think that I'd be able to relatively stealthily work my way south so that I can get a bit better, like, towards Opal so I can see both the front and the back, or is there a pretty big risk that I might be seen?
No. Again, with all of the curtains drawn and currently no foot traffic out on these streets, you can absolutely like meet up with Opal so we can kind of have a northern and southern vantage points on both exits technically of this door. Yes, absolutely. So Hellcrock has now joined Opal.
How... We wanted to get information, but is the ultimate goal to destroy this? Like, if I were to light the house on fire, is that like a big no-no, or...
Wanted to get some stupor.
Yeah, we wanted to get a little, didn't we?
Okay, so another hour kind of goes by, like into surveillance hour 2 here, and over this second hour inside, so Kylea, you kind of hear more footsteps like trudge clearly like trudging up a second set of stairs, like up to the second story. So those voices kind of filter with them, so you can't now no longer make out what like any of the conversation or anything, as they've now clearly gone up to the second floor. Those outside over this course of an hour see that the house does have about 3 more visitors. None of them like moving together or overlapping, just kind of over the course of this hour. And every time, Kylie, you can hear a knocking on the inside and someone coming down the stairs. And those outside see every time it's Chip that answers the door. Each of these visitors just kind of saunter up to the front door, very carefree by the looks of it, like kind of quick knock, converse with Chip for a few seconds before Chip closes the door, leaving this visitor outside. And Kylie, I'll let your 28 or whatever it was stand, but you hear now a descending of a much closer flight of stairs as Chip comes down into the basement now, kind of following that worn track through the dust over to this collection of crates. Now you've set yourself behind the tallest one. You've got about like 3 stacked up on each other. He goes over to like a single crate that's by itself on the floor, opens it up. You can just make out peeking through the cracks of some of these overlapping crates, Kylie. He opens up a crate full of stupor vials. And he'll, every time Chip comes down here, he kind of collects, 1, 2, maybe as many as 5, closes the crate up, brings them back up. The rest of you outside see this exchange of coin for stupor. Every time one of these, whether or not they're dealers or simply buyers, always the bright red stupor. So the standard stupor. You don't see any hint, like no exchange of any of the green, the superior stupor at all. Only the red.
How much noise does the crate make when it opens?
Chip's, kind of a light like creak, and then it seems like the more he opens it, like the less it's creaking, like it's kind of these worn hinges are getting used to this movement, right? And you see as like he's delving into his crate, his is about half empty now as he's pulling more out of him.
Do we hear any special kind of knock? Is it like just random knocks, or is it like a code knock?
Give me an intelligence check. You can all do that. Even Kylie, because she can hear the knocks as well.
Oh, that's better.
Hey, 26. I'm smart.
19 for Helkruck.
2.
I'm the brains, you're the brawn.
Kylie is focusing too much on being quiet and paying attention to the crate opening and where everything is down here. She's not listening for knocks. Also, I rolled a 5.
Happy got a 20. All right, so Happy, Opal, and Helkrog do notice a particular cadence to the knock that these buyers are utilizing. Just a very quick, like 3 raps, 1 rap, 3 raps kind of thing. Nothing like something you could now recognize in it very easily replicate. And Happy will kind of turn to you, Rumpke. Oh, Mr. Rumpke, it seems they're performing some type of specific knock. I do recall, even amidst the withdrawals, something similar the pickled Perry used.
Oh, what was it?
He kind of like raps on your top of your head. Knock, 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 knock.
Oh, that's good to know. Smart there. Good job, Happy.
Anything? So no immediate sense of urgency. So just continue to watch, Kylia. You're getting, an arms going numb as you're scrunched in back behind these crates.
Do they go back upstairs again? Like up upstairs?
Yes, yeah, it does seem they do so. You don't hear any immediate sounds of, again, no conversation here on the lower floor. You don't really have a sense of like where the animals might be, but as far as like the humanoids within the building, it does seem they're on the top floor.
So the crate that Chip opened is kind of in front of the crates that I'm behind.
No, it's kind of like off to your right.
We would like to squeeze out and open the crate and grab some bottles, some vials.
All right. Give me another stealth, please. Give me a sleight of hand for this one.
17.
Excellent. So yes, you kind of, second there's like a light creek, you kind of let up on the pressure and then move it through this creek. And like I said, it looks like there are dozens of vials in this crate left, even half empty. In addition, now that you're seeing fully into it, it does look like there is like a number of small like coin pouches. Clearly the handoff, right, of the proceeds of the sales of the stupor. So you can grab as many as you can carry, really. How many would you want to like stuff into your bag? Like,
Do I grab a whole bunch and get out, or do I grab so few that they might not notice that it's gone? I think we're not planning on coming back, and if we do come back, we're probably going to torch the place. So I'm going to grab as many as I can carry and a couple coin pouches too.
That's my girl.
I will allow you to get 10 additional doses of stupor. And you grab, you scoop up another 2 of these coin pouches, and it does look like inside each of them is 100 gold. So 200 gold total.
Oh, they're going to be pissed.
Good money in
Oh,
Stoop.
they're going to be pissed.
We're upgrading the keep.
Spend it before they can get it.
We should get one of them wraparound couches now.
Yeah.
Where we can all sit, nice coffee table in the middle.
I can face step to 5 feet outside the cellar door.
Do you have to see where you were face stepping, or is it you can like picture it in your head kind of thing?
Ah, crap, a space you can see.
As you've collected the stupor and coin pouches, you hear the steps descending from the upper floor and can hear this filter of voices again as they are coming down to the main floor of the house.
Knock on the door! Knock on the door!
So I very quickly grab my Rumpke stone, and I'm like,
Kylie is yelling to knock on the door. I'm too far. Are you by a door? Someone knock on a door.
I can't knock on the door. Chip knows me. I look over at Happy.
I could light the house on fire. That's about it. That was my plan.
Well, okay, hold on a minute. And I sort of move over to the front. I run up, I sneaky up to it, and then knock on the door and run.
Ding dong ditch.
Not the code either.
That
just
is
a
exactly
knock,
what
knock,
I
knock, knock.
needed. Okay, that's good. Not the code.
Okay, and then the inside the dogs erupt again in barks. Emily, you hear like the starts of this conversation. Someone saying, "All right, well, it's time. Let's go. We're almost set up. We go." And then you hear this vigorous knock. The dogs erupt and cut off kind of this starting of this exchange. Rumpke, you scamper off. Kylie, what are you making your break now?
Yeah, running for the cellar door.
All right, so you're just bolting, or you want to try to sneak again in this commotion?
Bolting.
As you bolt for this door, making noise down here, you immediately hear again like the quick pads of the animals moving like to the door. You see one at the top of the stairs. Clearly, both eyes trained right on two sets of eyes trained on you as it just launches itself down the steps. You are at the cellar door, up, out, throwing it shut as something, the animal on the other side just smacks into the interior of the door. Everyone else sees Chip as at the door, the front door. It's like he's thrown it open now again, poking his head outside. You see the rest of you now see one of these 2-headed dogs that Chip has like grabbed on his collar, like holding it back from running out into the street. Kylie, are you just now continuing bailing down the street? What are you doing?
Face step 30 feet and then run.
I'm run down the alley. Party!
Oh dear.
All right, Opal, Hellcrack, what are you doing? Now you can all see Kylie as popped out of the cellar again. It slammed it shut, and she just blinks, face steps further down the street away from the house. Chip is out here holding back one of these dogs, looking around. He starts to do another patrol, this time with one of the dogs here. He kind of throws a leash on it, tracks it around.
Opal sees him, wielding the dog, and the dog's nose around the yard, and she's just like, yup, yoinks herself out of there, would just I'd be like, let's go.
I would head toward the direction that we suspect Kylia Seychadal was going.
Yeah, so we'll head like northeast-ish, but like away from the house. Like, I don't want to be
Okay,
found.
you kind of want to meet up again with Kylia here, reconverge basically like at the base of the cliff's end.
Yeah, and let's say like we're all too far apart, like we would just meet back at the house or something. Like it's not worth getting caught.
And yeah, so like it looks like Chip kind of does another circle. This dog, both heads kind of sniffing at the cellar door, and then they like 5 feet away from the cellar door, and then it's like they've completely lost the scent as Kylia has literally teleported, right? No 30 feet of distance between the two scents, right? And Chip kind of pulls it back, does another circle around the house, back inside. They settled the dogs down again. You all kind of reconvene, 100 feet maybe away from the drug house to the east at the base of the cliff's end, back together now.
Carly, what happened? Are you okay?
What was that? The dog had 2 heads.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Yeah, that's kind of freaky.
It's like tinkering, but with real animals.
So what was inside? What?
Yeah.
Look what we got. I'll hold up the one of the vials of stupor.
No.
I put my
Do
hand
not.
on Happy's shoulder. We both sort of smile.
Wow, excellent work. Excellent work, Kylia.
And I will also kind of reveal one of the pouches of coins, like jiggle it a little bit. Little bonus for us.
Are they gonna know somebody was in there?
But we're stealing from bad guys, so it's okay.
Think I'd lock the cellar door or something.
Yeah, really, it's on them, isn't it?
Now, the stupor needs to be carefully managed and calculated for my titration schedule that I've been working on. So get your grubby hands off of it, Rumpke.
I'm not touching anything.
Yeah, Mr. Rumpke, just hold yourself back here.
You too, Mr. Happy?
Yeah. So, let's get back to the house. We'll figure out what we can do with it there.
Think of all the decorating we could do with that coin.
Well, wouldn't you want it for your research?
Yeah, that too. Just kidding. Yeah, for sure. Not like hydroponic gardens and like the classic Blackstone breweries,
How much was in there, Carlia?
There were several boxes. Oh, we're not sure if all of them had stupor in it, but if it did, there was a lot. The box we took from was about mostly empty, and there's still quite a bit left.
Oh wow, that's quite the operation they have going on.
Just think all the vigilante costumes we can buy there, Happy.
Oh, that's a very good point. We could do some real good in this city. Perhaps we do need to come back.
Well, let's just take it one day at a time here.
It wouldn't be bad to get all that stuff off the street.
Well, that's what I've been saying this whole time.
Yeah, a crate or 2 of it. They wouldn't miss it.
We need to figure out a way to deal with the dogs. We do not want to get mauled.
What kind of dogs are they? They big?
Big, with 2 heads. Lots of teeth.
2 heads. Would we know of any dogs with 2 heads?
Yeah, you can all make me a nature check. See if you recognize the Cerberus.
20. Oh yeah.
11.
14.
16 for Elkrook.
Probably hellhounds.
They are not hellhounds, so 14 and above is enough to recognize these as being death dogs. They're usually servants of some type of demonic power,
Oh no.
or like evil entity. It's for those that kind of recognize, a bit of what this animal might be. It's kind of very strange that they would be in the possession of, like Brick and these mid-ranking, as far as you can tell, Trinity members. It seems very strange that they'd be utilizing or even able to have access and being able to control, being the most important thing, a creature such as a death dog.
I heard about them at the bar once. This guy was saying they were like demon-spawned dogs or something. I think he called them death dogs. I don't know. I don't really believe in that stuff.
Well, does it mean that the Trinity are worship? What do the Trinity worship? Probably evil stuff. Also, 3 heads would be way cooler for Trinity dogs, you know?
That would make more sense.
Yeah, we need to figure out how to... Okay, I can't start experimenting with animals. I need to focus on plants.
Maybe that's why they got 2 of the dogs, so the division worked out right.
Yeah, I don't believe in animal torture or experimentation. Unless it's you, Rumpke. I'll experiment on you.
Thanks.
Yeah. You're welcome.
So in this maybe like 5 or 10 minutes of exchange here, you can still have a kind of a bare bones vantage point on the back of the house, but it does seem like it after the ruckus and the escape, it has quieted here. Again, no more, hasn't had a visitor in about 30 or 40 minutes here. Even like the kind of far off sounds of the Bloody Ball Tavern has also quieted, right, as the night kind of drags into, the early morning hours here, 2:30, 3 a.m. You do hear the front door opening again, and clearly the sound of people leaving the house. Again, from where you are, you can maneuver yourselves into, a spot where you could get a better, vantage point and view line of the front door itself. But all you can tell right now is somebody's clearly leaving the house.
I think if we hear somebody leaving, we want to see who it is.
I can stay back. I'm not very sneaky.
Okay, well, anybody that wants to get into a position to see who is leaving and what's going on can give me a stealth here.
We'll just hunker down.
I think I'll stay. I don't.
Oh, I see how it is. The second I ask a roll, it's no.
You're damn right.
14 for Helgrug.
26 for Kylia.
Even with Helgrug's 14, like you're far enough away from the house to like not set off the dogs, and it also is clear that you haven't been noticed by the people leaving the house. As you get into a position, you now see Chip and Jimmy No Shoes, and you also recognize Sax and Base from the Trinity house in the Denizen, where you first had the run-in with all of them. You had basically knocked everybody out there, other than the few that had got away. But you see, they are leaving the drug house. They're now kind of dressed, like Jimmy isn't dressed in the clothes that he came with, but they're all dressed in dark, like, coveralls, right? As you can clearly see, it's coloring as the light from inside the house kind of spills out into the street from the open door. And you see that they each have, the coveralls have writing on the back of their clothing, in addition to a symbol underneath it. It says the depository. And the symbol is a circle with 6 triangles kind of evenly spaced around its circumference, like how a child would draw a picture of a sun. And you all know the depository is the city's dump, basically. You see, like, Jimmy is struggling to carry out this large metal box. It's got a hinged lid like the kind of wooden crates in the basement that Kylia saw. And it's ajar, like closed over, but clearly overbrimming with stuff hanging out the side of it. Looks like some type of netting and burlap sacks. It looks like just a collection of empty sacks kind of bundled up and thrown into this little box. Sax and Base are each carrying one of the 2 lanterns that Jimmy brought to the house. So, each of them have it in their hand. And then the 4 of them kind of closing up the door, departing from Brick. Now you see kind of Brick for the first time here at its threshold in the house, right? As it's always been Chip that has answered the door every time. You just get the briefest, vision of Brick, a death dog kind of at his side as the door to the drug house closes up again. And the 4 of these Trinity members, 3 Trinity members plus Jimmy, continue west from the drug house towards the first parallel connector.
I would stealth back to the rest of the group.
The second they're, further down the house, you can just zip right back to the group and basically fill everyone else in on what you've seen.
Well, let's go follow them.
Really?
Can't let them go. Yeah, we got to see where they're going.
Oh,
We don't know where they must be getting the stuff.
I'm getting so tired.
Should we maybe... I mean, we've made out we made it with a pretty good haul here. I can kind of assume that they're going to the dump with that stuff. They're wearing those coveralls that say they're depository on them.
Where is the dump, Leland?
The depository is in the Borough District. So west, I mean, it is in the, well, I guess further, like southwest, but in the general direction that they are heading.
Basically, if we get caught, we're toast. They know us. They're out to get us already. So I'm kind of nervous to follow them.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can go home. You can go home and we'll watch.
The keep is
Okay.
On the way, if that's where they're headed. It's kind of in the same direction.
I mean, you just want to see who it is or what they're dumping?
Well, you said to them that they saw a box of empty bags, right?
Yes, so they basically saw a collection of nets and empty burlap bags.
Sounds to me like they're going somewhere to get stuff.
True.
Okay, it's fine. Twist my arm. I'll go. It's fine.
Hurry, let's go. So we don't lose them.
What's Happy say?
Well, I'm currently still feeling okay. I agree, Miss Dogger's Rocket is getting a little late, but I will certainly accompany Mr. Rumpke wherever he thinks I'm needed.
That wasn't helpful, Leland.
That's what an NPC's job is, to not make decisions for you.
It does seem strange that they would be going to the depository with the items that they had.
Kylie is going after him. She's starting walking.
Yeah,
I follow Kylie.
Outcrook will follow.
Now, are you worried about keeping them in sight, or are you just going to head towards the depository, assuming that's where they're going, and not worrying about, because then that's going to be like a series of stealth again to avoid, you're tailing them essentially. But if you don't want to worry about keeping them in your sight, then you won't have to worry about being detected by them, right? If you understand what I'm saying.
Could we like follow them a little bit and then go a couple roads over and then try to go really fast down to get in front of them and sort of watch and see if they pass us by? That kind of, we know they're going that direction.
We think they're going that direction.
Well, yeah, we can make some assumptions. If they're heading down a certain road that we know goes to the depository, we could sort of shadow them a road or two over. As you're walking along, look down the alley or look down the street and see if they pass over the crosswalk, then follow along, that kind of thing.
It's like looking for your husband in the grocery store.
Oh, that's the worst.
I never did. I never can find a husband in the grocery store.
You never find them. All right, then give me some stealth checks here as you begin to follow them.
If we get caught, I freaking called it.
17 for Rumpke.
12 for Opal.
15 for Hellcrook.
25 for Kylie.
Okay, wow. And an
Holy.
18 for Happy. So what kind of distance you want to keep, like 100 feet, less than 100 feet kind of thing?
I'd say since we know approximately where they're going, 100 feet's pretty good. It's not something that they'll, readily be able to pay attention to.
Okay, and again, it doesn't seem like they're on any like high alert. You do kind of notice really Chip is the only one that's occasionally kind of looking over his shoulder as they're continuing. But you follow them to the first parallel connector, one of the main roads of the city, which they turn left down, so they turn south down, and follow this kind of deserted main road at this time in the morning. So you can stay off of the main road and kind of move through the adjacent districts here, kind of trying to, like you say, keep them in sight, looking down these aisles of houses and keeping them in sight, especially with your very good stealth checks. And they do get down to the High Medlin roadway, kind of where it meets the first parallel connector, and basically past that intersection, like this intersection with the slanted slipway. So basically, if anyone here at this kind of south end station, which you're all very familiar with, if anyone is diverging and getting off and maybe want to go home and sleep, now would be the time to do so, as you're passing like hundreds of a few hundred feet from the keep here, if anyone decides to.
No, I'll stick with everyone else.
Yeah, I think I will too.
Sleep when I'm dead.
Ah, there you are, my friend. Just in time to witness the unveiling of my latest creations. feast your eyes upon these vials of liquid wonder, guaranteed to add a spring to your step and a twinkle in your eye. For you, my friend, a special price. Just a handful of coins for a vial of boundless possibilities. Consider it a small price to pay for the thrill of the unknown. And remember, if you ever seek any more of my concoctions, just visit theincorrigibleparty.com for updates on my latest wares. And before you go, I have heartfelt thanks to Tabletop Audio and Sarastro Music for setting the ambiance with their enchanting melodies. If you wish to support our endeavors, head over to Patreon and join our merry band of adventurers. And don't forget to join our Discord realm. That's where the real magic happens. Finally, dear listeners, share the magic, rate us, review us, and spread the word. Let your friends uncover the finest tales this side of the material plane. May your gears turn smoothly and your inventions never rust. Happy adventuring! Oh, I forgot to mention, there's a World Anvil website. It's all on incorrigibleparty.com. Sorry.
This has been a Sounds of Steel production.